This great episode of Band Together Leadership Seminars. I'm Paul Everts. I'm the CEO and founder of Band Together Leadership Seminars. You can get me at my email address, which is BAND, 2 together. I know, clever, bandtogether@comcast.net, and my handsome website, which is conductingmylife.com. Conductingmylife.com, which you can also find my beautiful book, which is right there next to Frank, Conducting My Life. Life Lessons of a High School Music Teacher. Yep, that's right. I'm a high school music teacher. This is my 31st year teaching high school. So what you do is you go to the curriculum tab on www.conducting my life, hit that curriculum table, and guess what, man? Slide it down. As you're sliding it down, you're going to see wonderful products by John Maxwell. I can teach John Maxwell. I can speak, train, coach. You would love me. So look at all the curriculum, pick one out, give me a call, let's get together, set up a plan for you on a one-on-one, set up for your team, private sector, public sector, church groups. I'm ready to go. And then you go down the bottom and there's Venmo. Okay, and Venmo says, hey, let's give Paul some money. Anyway, and buy that wonderful book. Go to Amazon.com too and you'll see that's for real. Super duper reviews. All right, I'm recording this, as I said, a week before the election. Super excited about that. And I'm saying the word super an awful lot because I am, say it with me, everybody, Superman. So it's the week before the election. I think it's the 27th. I'm pretty sure today is the 27th. I can't wait for this whole nonsense to be done. I'm going to paraphrase a quote I heard today. No matter who or whom is president, you still got to get up and work the next day. Let me just say this to you. I hope that's the case, that you get to work the next day. Needless to say, there are many, many people who are not getting to work the next day. Hopefully that changes for you. And today I want to do a word that is really important to all of us at this time, and that's attitude. On the 30th of September, I was walking a track in the prison yard, better known as my high school where I teach, and talking to my son, who's a lieutenant, junior grade officer in the United States Navy. PJ is one of my heroes. He's a very brave young man. Every time he goes out to sea, that could be the last time. So I'm proud of him, and he knows that. He takes that responsibility seriously. And I was lamenting about the presidential debate on the 29th, and it was terrible. And I thought both men were embarrassing and awful, and not a good night. With that being said, I tend to lean to a moderate conservative side. I'm a libertarian. I mean, I don't want this to be a theocracy. But on the other hand, I do think we should have morals, and we should stand up for the morals and what we believe in. Morals affect morale, and our morale's low right now. Definitely feeling the tyranny of the minority. And when I say minority, I don't mean race. I mean a small number of people are the tail wagging the dog right now. So PJ goes, Dad, I want you to get off Facebook for a little bit, man, because there's too many bad things on Facebook. And so, with a week left to go, I've been off Facebook ever since. I go on to my business side of Facebook. But it's really helped my attitude. And that's what I want to talk to you today about. That's featured in this book, Make Today Count, by Dr. John Maxwell. And it's just a really little short book. You probably see it at airports, actually. And I'm not going to read the whole chapter to you, but I want to talk about our attitude and how's your attitude been lately. I guess Saturday Night Live did a great parody about people who hate Trump. What are they going to talk about? What's going to happen now that he's not along? Well, blah, blah, blah. Right. Well, that's the way I feel. Being a high school music teacher at a public high school, I cannot be in a more liberal world. And I love my liberal friends. I do. Yet on the other hand, all they can do is talk about Trump. What's going to happen now, that the world is better without Trump? I have no idea. I'm sure they'll find something to blame Trump about. And that's probably what's going to happen in the next 4 years. They're going to sit there and just blame others. Blame shifting seems to be a talent for many people. With that being said, I had to get off Facebook. And it's helped my attitude greatly. I used to get up every day, And I did it since President Trump's been president, and just write this little, salutation. Good morning. How are you? Today is day 375 of me getting up and not being impacted by President Trump, pretty much. And I'd probably write the same thing for Joe Biden if he wins. Neither man means squat to me. Neither man means squat to me. He is the president. I respect the president. But in the end, they pee standing up if they want to. So far as I'm concerned, no different. Put one pant leg on at a time. Whatever kind of little saying you want, they're human beings with their flaws. So a week left. So I got the song going my way. And we're working on my E triangle, and I hope that E triangle is going to take off eventually. I'm looking at other people with their $30,000 hits. Oh man, this wonderful my dog rolling over in dung has 75,000 views, and I'm just trying to get to 100 views about cool things as well, such as the Everett's Triangle. It can be the Extraordinary Triangle. It can be the Euphoric Triangle. Last time I said it can be the Everybody Triangle, the Equity Triangle, the Equality Triangle, because everybody should be responsible. Everybody should be respectful. Everybody should be self-disciplined. Everybody should have integrity, ethics, and faith. Everybody. Yes, one more time. Everybody. Man, woman, gay, straight, black, brown, white, whatever you feel on whatever day. You're still a human being. In the end, you are a human being. Gosh darn it, man. I will be so happy when we return to the content of character. I'll be really happy and hope that happens before I die. You got young men and women going, I hate this nation. And we're thinking, what are you talking about? How can you hate something that gives so much? Women, this nation gives you so much compared to other nations. People of color, this nation gives you so much compared to other nations. And people that look like me, it gives us so much compared to so many nations. So again, the E triangle, the Everybody Triangle, the Everyone Triangle, the Equity Triangle, the Equality Triangle, the Everett's Triangle. Respect, responsible, self-discipline, integrity, ethics, faith. So let's talk about attitude today, shall we? And I'm not going to read to you because Faith from Galt doesn't like it when I just read. She wants to see my pretty eyes, but I'm going to have to read a little bit. Attitude. Dr. Maxwell discovered the importance of attitude in 1964 when he was 17 years old. His high school basketball coach, Don Neff, took him aside at the beginning of his senior year and told him that he wanted him to be the captain of the team. Dr. Maxwell was so excited, but he was also a little surprised because he knew that his teammate John Thomas was a better player than he was. But then Coach Neff said something that explained it. He said, John, you have the best attitude on the team, and attitude influences the other players, Johnny. Just a few weeks later, he was named Citizen of the Month at his school. Why? Once again, it was because of Dr. Maxwell's attitude. His teachers said they loved his attitude. Then it sank in. Dr. Maxwell's attitude, and he also says, call him John, was made a difference in his life. And it was making an impact on the people around John. That's when John made his attitude decision. This is what John said. He said, John, I am going to keep a positive attitude and use this positive attitude to influence others. Many people in this world mistakenly believe their attitude is set. It has become such a habit for them that they believe their attitude can't be changed. They see attitude as one of the cards of life they've been dealt, such as height or a history of cancer in the family. But that's not true. making the decision to choose and display the right attitude every day. Your attitude is a choice. If you desire to make your day a masterpiece, then you need to have a great attitude. If it is not good now, you need to change your attitude. So make the decision. Here's how. And I'm not going to read word for word because Faith in Galt wants to see my eyes. So take responsibility for your attitude. And that's one of the sides of my triangle: respect, responsibility. After his wife, Margaret, and he had been married for 4 or 5 years, they went to a conference for pastors where he had been asked to be one of the speakers. Margaret also agreed to do a breakout session for spouses. And this is breakout sessions before there was Zoom, okay, just so you know. Speaking is not a passion for Margaret as it is for Dr. Maxwell, for John. Margaret does a good job, but she doesn't really enjoy it that much. He wanted to support her, so he attended her session. During the question and answer time, a woman stood up and asked, "Does John make you happy?" John has to say, he was really looking forward to hearing Margaret's answer. He is an attentive husband, and he loves his wife, Margaret, dearly. So what kind of praise would she lavish on her husband? She considered, let me think about this. Does John make me, his wife, happy? No. He doesn't. John doesn't make me happy. John looked to see where the closest exit was. For the first 2 or 3 years we were married, she continued, I thought it was John's job to make me happy. But he didn't. He wasn't mean to me or anything. He's a good husband. But nobody can make another person happy. That was my job. So as a young newlywed in her early 20s, John's wife, Margaret, figured out something some people never learn. Each of us must take, there's that word again, responsibility for our own attitude. If you want today to be a good day, you need to take charge of the way you look at today. So that's just the first step along the way of an attitude. We're going to spend some time on the attitude for the next several weeks, especially as the presidential election comes near, because it's going to try some people's attitudes. One thing that I want to bring up to you is this COVID-19. We've been locked down since the 13th of March, actually. That was a Friday the 13th. And today, I think it's October 27th, is, 7 months later. I know some of my students watch this. I want to say to you, live your life to the fullest. Watch your attitude, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, young adults. We've had a couple rehearsals now where we've had people attend these rehearsals, and you look scared. You don't look yourselves. Even through the masks, you look scared. I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to be scared. Risk and return. It's an honor to be your teacher. I'm proud of you. The students staying home, I miss you dearly. And I want you to stay home because it's what your mom and dad, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, your legal guardians want you to do. Honor them. Do that. Stay home. If you're coming to school, be ready to work. Don't be ready to be scared. Be ready to work. Watch your attitude. I am so glad, and I'm going to do a podcast about this later because it's already at the 15-minute mark, about all the things that I have done since March 13th that I would not have been able to do listening to people. Oh, how dare you go and hug your son? How dare you go hug your daughter? How dare you go to family reunions? How dare you go to church? How dare you tell me what to do? Okay? I love you. I'm not going to go out of my way to hurt you. I will never do that. I'll wear the mask to make you feel better. I know people die even with the mask on. Please live your life to the fullest. Make every day count. If you're coming on campus, come on campus ready to work. If you're not coming on campus, know that you're missed, and I love you, and you're doing what your mom and dad want you to do. You're legal guardians, and that's the right thing because you need to honor them. We also need to begin with the end in mind. Every choice you make is who you are. I make a choice to stay as a teacher. That choice may change, but right now it's what I've chosen, and I want to make the best of it. First, seek to understand, then be understood. Seek first to understand, then be understood. There are people hurting. People need you. Have you told your have you said thank you to your teacher lately? Might be a nice thing to do. And finally, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I care about you very much, and I love you. Watch your attitude. Take charge of your attitude. You get to choose your attitude. Okay, so here we go. Say it with me 3 times. I am doing the best I can. 2 more times.